morning, everybody. Welcome to your stretch and meditation class. I'll be taking you through your next 60 minutes. So I've extended the class time a little bit for today so that we can get a little bit more time in each posture and spend a little bit more time in our meditation at the end. I think we're all going to need a little bit of that. I know I definitely do. We will need bolsters or pillows today. So if you have a bolster, that's that little grating that I've got at the end of my mat. So if you've got one of those, grab one. Otherwise, maybe just like your pillow for your bed, like a longish kind of pillow, just so that we've got that for a couple of our postures today. So if you want to grab that, cool. And then I think we will get started. So if you want to listen to the playlist, just hit play now. And I'll hit play on mine as well. And I will get you to come and sit on your mats. We'll just sit cross-legged. Hopefully your playlist will just run from the first song right through to the end. If it shuffles, that's okay as well. All right. And then just sitting cross-legged on your mat, you can either rest your hands down in your lap or on your knee. And then just closing down your eyes, and we'll start off with a couple of breaths. Taking a nice deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale, just letting it go. Just settling into your space and just noticing anything around you. Maybe you're noticing and listening to the rain. If you've got no music on, it might be nice to just listen to the rain coming down outside. Just drawing your attention inwards. And just focusing on your breath as it travels in through your nose. And then exhale and just let it go. Sit with the stillness. Sit with the silence. Just noticing anything in your body that might be feeling a little tight, a little tingly. Things that might feel contracted or feel active. We want to just try and relax and soften everything in your body. I'm going to move through a couple rounds of breath together called our Busty Breath. And this is a square kind of breath. So we breathe in for 4 counts. We hold. We breathe out for 4 counts and then we hold. It's kind of like you're creating a bit of a square with your breath. And if that feels weird or it starts to make you feel uncomfortable, then just bring your breath back to neutral and just try and continue with a count of 4. So just exhaling that last breath. And on the next inhale, we're going to breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold your breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale that breath for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hold at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 4, 2, hold, 4, 2, 1. Let it go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Let it go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. One more time, breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now just bring your breath back to normal. Breathing in. And out, just let it go. Breathing in. Exhale, let it go. The next breath in, reach your arms out to the side. Reach them up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands down through heart center and just bring your hands into a prayer at your chest. You can bow your head down to your hands. I just want you to set an intention here for your class, and that might just be to just relax through your class. It might be to set yourself up for your day. Maybe it's to still the mind or quiet the thoughts that rush through. Maybe it's just to focus on what your breath is doing for the class. To set that intention. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more breath in. Reach your hands up back towards the ceiling. Bring your right hand down. Reach your left arm straight up towards the sky and then reaching over to the side. Feeling a stretch and a lengthen through your side body. Soften that arm that's down on the floor and really reach and extend across to the side. Try and sink heavy in your hip bones so both of your hip bones are touching the floor. Take another breath here. On the exhale, reach back up towards the ceiling. Bring both of your hands back up. And then swapping over, your left hand comes down and then right arm reaches across. Create space between your ear and your bicep and really reach your fingertips across to the side. Feel a stretch through your side body, really sink down into your hips and then reach through your fingertips. Take another breath here. Exhale, bring yourself back through center, both hands up towards the sky. I'm going to bring our hands back down to the floor. I'm going to get you to shuffle to the back of your mat. We're going to come into our 4-point kneel position to move through some cat-cows. So we want to position our hands below our shoulders and our knees below our hips. Hands and knees are hip distance or shoulder distance apart. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in and drop your belly towards the floor. Really shine your chest forward and roll your your shoulders down away from your ears. Hold it here. Really feel that flexion through your lower back. And then as you exhale, you're flexing through your belly, arching your back up towards the sky. Hold it here. Really push into your palms, push into your knees. Take a nice deep breath in, ripple down the length of your spine, lower, middle, upper back, head comes up last. Exhale, roll all the way back through your spine. Looking down between your knees, really pressing into the backs of your palms and into your fingertips. Moving through this cat-cow and focusing on your breath. Breathing deep into the belly as you breathe in and really restrict that breath, push it out on the cat. And I invite you here to experiment with this movement. If you've just popped out of bed, then maybe you want to sway side to side. Maybe you want to do a couple of body rolls, take it off rails, and just really do what your body feels like it's craving or wanting this morning. Side to side, forward and back. Maybe you're looking over your shoulder towards your hip. Maybe a couple of circles with your shoulders, with your hips. Really focusing on that breath. Feel that breath as it travels into your nostril. Feel that breath travel down your throat and then feel it exhale as you push through your palms, push into your knees and arch your back up. 3 more rounds of breath in your experimental cat-cow. And on the last one, arching your back up towards the ceiling, really press into your palms. And then draw everything back and find your tabletop. All right, we're going to extend our left leg out behind. And our right arm reaches all the way out. Lifting your left leg off the floor, bend your elbow and your knee, bring it into touch. And then exhale, extend and lengthen. Breathe in, elbow and knee touch. And then exhale, extend and lengthen. One more time, elbow and knee touch. Extend and lengthen. Bring both of your hands back down and your knees back down to the floor. We're going to lift that same arm, that right arm, straight up towards the ceiling. Both knees stay down. And then threading your needle, thread that right arm underneath your left armpit. Bring your shoulder and your ear down to the floor. Take a moment here. Breathe in, and on the exhale, push into your left palm. Reach your right hand back up to the ceiling. One more time, thread your needle. Bring your shoulder, your ear back down towards the floor. This time we're going to hold it here. If you want to take it a little further and come into your bind, you're going to lift your left arm up towards the sky. Bring the back of your left palm onto your lower back and really open through your chest and your shoulder. If you like, in your postures, you can close down your eyes as you hold. And as you do so, I want you to really focus on your breath and noticing where you might be feeling any tension or discomfort. Throughout our class today, you might come across postures that you don't like and postures that your body might resist against. It's okay to feel the discomfort and just try and soften into that posture. Let your body know that it's safe to be there. And if you need to come out of it, you come out of it. If you need to move, you do you. Stay for another round of breath here. On the exhale, if you're in your bind, unbind your arm, place your left hand back down to the floor, and then unthread, reach straight up towards the ceiling. Bring your hand back down, and then just swaying your hips side to side, maybe a little cat-cow up and down to move through that posture. Find your stillness. We're going to extend the right leg out behind us, down left arm out in front. Lift your right foot off the floor. Bring your elbow and knee into touch as you arch your back. Exhale your breath. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee touch. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee touch. One more time, lengthen and reach. Place your hand and your knee down towards the floor. That same arm, left arm, is going to reach up towards the sky for your thoracic twist. And then thread your arm underneath your right armpit for your thread the needle. Rest your shoulder, your ear down to the floor. Take a moment. Take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, reach and lengthen all the way up, pushing into the floor, reaching up towards the ceiling. Stay for another breath. And on the exhale, thread your arm back underneath into your thread the needle, shoulder and ear onto the floor. And if you took your bind on the other side, your right arm reaches up to the sky and placing your right hand on your lower back. Really open through your shoulder. Open through your chest. Soften. Finding that comfort. Noticing the tension. Noticing where it feels nice. One more round of breath. Unbind your right arm, really press into the floor, and then reach your left arm straight up towards the ceiling. And then placing your hand back down towards the floor. We're going to tuck our toes. Bring your hands about half a step forward onto the mat, and then push up into your downward facing dog. Here, I just want you to pedal out your feet, bending your left knee or right knee. Maybe you're lifting both of your heels off the floor, lower heels down towards the floor, just walking your dog. Beautiful, spending a little bit more time here. Lifting nice and high up onto your tiptoes. Exhale your breath, lower your heels down towards the floor. One more time, lift up nice and high. Look up at the top of your mat between your hands and slowly walk your feet towards your hands into your ragdoll. Just lowering your chest, letting your chest and your head be heavy. Fingertips can touch the floor or rest on your shins, or you can cross your forearms holding onto both of your elbows. Just let your head drop down between your shoulders. Just a gentle sway side to side and making sure you've got a little softness in your knees so you're not locking out into the joints. You can shake your head no, nod your head yes. Just sway side to side, playing the notion of your body. Finding your stillness, take a breath in. Release your hands down towards the floor, bending through your knees and slowly going to ripple all the way up, one vertebra at a time, slow, slow, slow. Hands reach out and up towards the ceiling. Hands come down through heart center, forward fold, hinging through the hips. Bring your hands up your shins for your halfway lift. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your hands back down towards the floor. We're going to step back into our 4-point kneel position. Open your knees a little bit wider and then sit down into your child's pose, resting your forehead to the floor. Reaching your fingertips a little further out in front of you as you soften and sink into your hips. Breathing in through your nose. And then exhale, walk the fingertips even further as you exhale through your breath, your mouth. The next breath in, we're going to slowly walk our hands to the right side of our mat. Reaching your left arm beyond your right arm and then really softening through your hips, trying to get your hips to touch your heels as you reach your left arm beyond your right hand. Feel your rib cage expand. Feel your belly soften as you exhale. Another breath here. On the exhale, walk your hands back through center and then straight over to the other side. So we're reaching our right arm beyond our left hand this time, softening through your hips and feel that stretch through your side body. Lengthen and reach as you soften and sit. Again, feel your rib cage expand as you breathe in. And your belly softens as you breathe out. One more round of breath. And then slowly walk your hands back through center. Come back up into your 4-point kneel position. Bring your knees back to neutral. tucking your toes and push back up through into your downward facing dog. We're going to lift our left leg up towards the sky for your three-legged dog. Bring your left knee in towards your chest for your sleepy pigeon. So knee's going to come all the way down onto the floor between your hands. And then your right leg is going to rest down onto the floor. Now this is where if you want to grab your bolster or your pillow, you can grab that and you can pull it all the way around and just rest it underneath your bottom. Might flip it over so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So you can sit down onto your bolster here if you want that support. Otherwise, if you are fine in your sleepy pigeon and you want a really deep stretch, just soften through your hips. Position your hands on the two front corners of your mat. On your breath in, I want you to really lift your chest into a little baby back bend. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Push into your palms. And then on the exhale, slowly bring your chest down and come down onto your forearms. So forearms down to the floor. Now, if it's within your range here to walk your hands even further and rest your head down onto the floor, you can do so. Otherwise, if you're not using your bolster or your pillow for your bottom, you can use it for your head and just rest it in front of you at the end of the mat. Now, this is a very strong hip opener. So you might find that there's a little bit of resistance in this posture. Or you might find that you really like this because your body just needs it and it's like, thank you for doing this right now. However you might be feeling, just try and make the most of it. Remembering that all things don't last forever. So if you're feeling discomfort, know that you're going to come out of it very soon. And if you're loving this, think you are going to come out of this soon. So make the most of this. Notice how your breath is traveling into your nose. Notice how it feels against the tip of your nostril. That breath travels down your throat and into your belly. It's almost like that breath is finding where you're feeling tension or where you're feeling the most resistance. It's like that breath is encapsulating that feeling. And on the exhale, it's pulling it out of your body. So you soften and you enjoy it. Maybe you close down your eyes here. You're going to stay for 2 more breaths. And on your next breath, slowly make your way back up the same way you came in. So if you're down on your forehead, come back to your palms. If you're on your forearms, come back to your palms as well. Really pressing into the floor. Take a breath in for a baby back bend. And then exhale, slowly bring your gaze forward. Tuck your back toes. Push into your back foot and step back into your downward facing dog. Here, I want you to just pedal out your feet, bending your left knee or right knee, and just notice any difference you might feel from your left side to your right side. Lifting both of your heels up off the floor, lowering both of your heels down to the floor. One more time, lifting high. Lowering your heels down and now lifting your right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Bring your right knee in towards your chest, come forward, resting your right knee down towards the floor. between your hands. Position your hands at the two front corners of your mat. Lift your chest on the breath in. Baby back bend, really open through your chest, your shoulders, and on your exhale, slowly walk your hands forward, either down onto your forearm or resting all the way down onto your bolster or your forehead to the ground. Holding this posture, and again, noticing anything that you might be feeling in your body, noticing the difference between one side to the other side. Again, drawing your focus to your breath. As you exhale, you're softening your body. You're accepting of the posture. Two more rounds of breath. And in your last breath, slowly make your way back up the same way you came in. Hands to the two front corners of your mat. Breathing in, baby back bend, look up. Exhale, bring your eye gaze forward, tuck your left toes, push back into your downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet here. Bending your left knee or right knee. Lifting up nice and high onto your tippy toes. Lowering your heels down towards the floor. One more time, lifting up nice and high. And then dropping your knees back down towards the floor. Alrighty, grabbing your bolster or your pillow. We are going to pop it on our mat, down the length of your mat, and you're going to sit in front of it. So if you've got a pillow, you might even want to fold it kind of in half long ways. So it's kind of creating like a little bit of a cylinder shape. So we're going to sit in front of that, cross-legged. And we want that pillow to be right at the base of our spine. And then very slowly, you're going to walk yourself all the way back and lie down onto the pillow or onto the bolster. Now, if you notice that you've got your bedtime pillow and it's a little bit too flat, you can grab a couple to layer it up so it's a little bit higher for you. And if your knees open and down to the floor feels uncomfortable, you can always bend your knees upwards and just find a position that feels really comfortable for your lower back. This here is a chest opener, heart opener. So we've just done a really nice deep hip opener. Now we're going into the heart and into the chest space. So you want to make sure that your shoulders are dropping down towards the floor, your arms are opening out to the sides, and either knees bending up towards the ceiling, or you can open your knees out to the side. You can even do this without the bolster if you've got no bolster or pillows. Now opening through your chest and your heart space, we might feel quite enclosed or a little disheartened or disappointed, especially with everything that's been happening. So here, this posture invites you just to surrender in this pose. Just to let your body feel any emotions that you might be suppressing. And it gives yourself the space and the chance to just really feel. Gives you the opportunity to feel maybe a little bit vulnerable, and that's okay. This is a safe time and a safe space that we're dedicating to you. Again, if it feels a little bit weird or strange and you need to move out of it, you can butterfly your knees open and closed. You can cross your legs, just finding a spot that feels really nice to you and feels comfortable for you. Now with your palms and your hands, we want to just raise them out to the side a little bit further. So now you should feel a bit of a stretch through your chest, across the front of your chest. And if you're not feeling it, then just lift your hands a little bit higher. Try and really soften in your palms. So it's like gravity is taking your arms down to the floor. If your knees are out to the side with the bottom of your feet touching, it's almost like you're pushing your feet together to really stretch and open through your hips and your inner thighs as well. Closing down your eyes if that feels okay for you. Yeah, for 2 more rounds of breath. One more round. And on the exhale, to start to walk your hands closer towards your body. Maybe you're resting your palms onto your belly. Slowly bringing your knees up towards the ceiling so your feet are flat onto the floor. And then just heel toe your feet out to the width of your mat. And then just let your knees drop in towards one another. You can either rest your hands directly down next to your body or rest them onto your belly. Just neutralizing your pelvis here, dropping your knees inwards. Quite intense and deep stretch if your knees are out to the sides. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, let it go. Now from here, you can either sit all the way up or just roll off to the side. So you move the bolster from away from your back. Just roll it off. And then I just want you to lie all the way down onto the floor. Still keeping your knees knocked in with your feet nice and wide. And maybe you start to windscreen wipe your knees from one side to the other and just noticing how this might feel for your back, for your spine, especially coming off those pillows or the bolster. All right, coming back to center, bringing both of your knees up into your chest. Once you squeeze your knees together, grabbing the opposite elbows and just rocking side to side, massaging into your lower back. Now find your stillness. Left knee is going to stay at your chest. Right leg is going to extend all the way down the length of your mat. We're going to hold on to that knee and we're going to draw a couple of circles with your knee, circling into your hip joint. Nice slow circles. All right, find your stillness and now circle in the opposite direction. Find your stillness, and if you've got your pillow or your bolsters, we want to pop it on the right side of our body. And then we're going to guide our left knee across our body and rest your knee over onto the bolster or onto your pillow. Into your spinal twist here. This is really lovely for your spine, your lower back, and your thoracic, your lumbar and your thoracic. Reaching your left arm out to the side and then looking over to your left shoulder. And just closing down your eyes and then just relaxing into your hips. You might notice that you might be contracting or you've got a bit of tension in your right hip, in the hips from the floor. If you do, just almost like you tell yourself, just relax, switch it off. Three rounds of breath here. Slow exhale on the breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, just let it go. Popping your left hand back onto your left knee, slowly guiding your knee back up towards the ceiling as you roll onto your back. Bringing your right knee in towards your chest, and then grabbing the outside of your feet, and then reaching your feet up towards the ceiling for your happy baby. So here you want to hold the outside blades of your feet and really pull your knees down in towards your armpits as you push your feet up in towards your hands. So here is a push-pull sensation. You're pulling down onto your feet as you're pushing up into your hands. And this should give you a flat sensation with your spine onto the floor. Now here you can rock side to side, channel your inner baby, your happy baby here. Take yourself back to when you were maybe 6 months old, if anyone can ever remember that. And then just rock side to side. If you think back to that point in time, it's like you had no worries. All you had to worry about was eating and sleeping and keeping your mum very busy. Rocking side to side, pulling your feet down as you push into your palms, really straighten out through your back, your spine, your head. Taking another breath here. And then exhale, slowly guide your feet down into the center. Extend your left leg nice and long, keep your right knee in at your chest. So relax your left leg down, and we're going to circle with your right knee. Picking one direction, continue that direction. Nice slow circles into your hip. Finding the stillness and now circle in the opposite direction. Alrighty, finding your stillness, and if you have your bolster or your pillow, just bring it over to the other side. And then guiding your right knee across your body, resting it over onto the pillow or onto the bolster. Right hand is going to reach out towards the side. And again, if you notice any tension or contraction into your left hip, your bottom hip, just try and soften it and relax. Stay for 3 more breaths. On your last breath, slowly rolling over onto your back. Bring both of your knees into your chest, giving yourself a nice big cuddle and just rocking from side to side. finding your stillness, I want you to bring your nose up to your knees and really squeeze as tight as you can, like a ball. Tight, 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 so that you're restricting all of the blood flow, all of the tension in your legs. Squeeze your arms, squeeze like a ball. Take a breath in. And then exhale, just want you to let everything go. Legs down to the floor, hands down by your side. It's almost like you feel that flush or that rush of blood, that sensation. It just flows down into your arms and into your legs. And here we're going to make our way into our Shavasana, our final Shavasana. Now you can stay just on the floor if you like. If you want a little bit of support underneath your knees, you can move your bolster or your pillow and just place it underneath your knees. And if you took off your jumper, or if you want to pop on a blanket or get yourself nice and warm, maybe a little blanket or a pillow just over the top of your eyes. And just get comfortable. There's nowhere that you need to be for these next 10 or so minutes. It's our last little bit of class. We're dedicating this to stillness and to our meditation. This might be the only meditation that you do today, the only meditation that you've done this week, maybe this month, and that's okay. Well done, because you're here today. So just start to draw your focus again to your breath. Breathing in through your nose. And as you breathe out, try and breathe out through your nose as well. Noticing how you might be feeling now compared to how you were feeling at the start of class. Now, as you draw your focus onto your breath that comes in and out of your body, I'm going to start to talk you through a little bit of a body scan, so we can really feel the benefits of these next 10 minutes to really just soften and let everything go. So on your next breath in, almost like you feel like that breath is going right deep down into your big toe. Focus on your two big toes and the toes next to that, then next to that. And make your way to your pinky toes, little baby toes. Let your breath just naturally flow in and out of your body. And as you're breathing in, find the spot that I'm talking about. So in this case now, we're going to the blades of our feet. Breathe in all the way down to the sides of your feet, into your heels. Exhale, just let it go. Your breath, treat it like it's a little bit of a whirlwind. As it travels in, it's like doing a bit of a circle around the parts of the body that I'm talking about. So now we'll focus on our ankles. So breath travel down into your ankles. And it's kind of going to travel up your shins now as you exhale. The next breath in, you're going to find your knees, the front of your knees, the back of your knees. And if it's raining where you are, just notice the sounds of the rain, the pitter-patter. The next breath in, you find your thighs just above your knees. And again, that breath is spiraling around your legs. Next breath. Your breath finds your hips. It's like doing a bit of a spiral motion around your hips, your pelvis. Travel back up, finding your belly button. The breath finds your rib cage, your lungs, your chest expands to the side, your chest raises to the ceiling. And as you exhale, everything just falls and it melts deeper into the mat, into the floor. Your body softens. It's almost like you can't feel where your body meets the floor, the earth, because it's slowly connecting as one. The next breath in, you find your shoulders soften through your neck. Let's find our fingertips, our thumb, our pointer fingers, our middle finger, our ring finger, and then our pinky. Soften. Breathe in, find your wrist. Like your forearms are just melting into the floor. Breathing in, find your elbows. Your upper arm, your bicep, your tricep. Breathing in, find your neck, the base of your head. Softening through your face, your mouth, just dropping your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Feeling heaviness in your eyes. Continuing to let your body surrender. Every exhale, just like you're melting even further. Start to lose the comprehension between your body and the floor. Like everything is just merging as one. Like when a raindrop meets a lake or a puddle of water, it just immerses into that water. slowly start to deepen your breath. You notice the rise and fall of your chest. Deepen the breath into the belly. Notice the rise and fall of your belly. Start to bring some movement into your toes. Maybe give them a little bit of a wiggle into your fingertips, very slow wiggles. I want you to notice the sounds in your environment. Notice the smells in your environment. What can you smell? Can you pinpoint something? I want you to notice the sensation you might be feeling in your body. Maybe there's a particular point in your body. Maybe it's behind your right kneecap or your left pinky finger. You feel like maybe a funny sensation there. Draw your focus to that. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, just slowly bring your knees up in towards your chest. And then just rocking side to side. If you had your bolster or your pillow underneath your knees, just kick your pillow or your bolster off the mat. And then start to roll the length of your spine. And then rolling all the way up. You can try and keep your eyes closed and just come and sit cross-legged in the middle of your mat, resting your palms down into your lap or hands on your knees. And I just want you to feel here. Feel the rise and the fall of your chest. The rise and fall of your belly. Bringing your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Just want you to give yourself a bit of gratitude. Send yourself a little bit of love. Imagine a big white bright light. That light is shining into your left hand and into your right hand, into your heart chakra and into your solar plexus, your tummy chakra. Those points are energizing and filling your body with love and light. Imagine that light filling every inch of your body, coming in from those 2 points and then stemming beyond those points into your legs, into your arms, into the crown of your head. So now you're like this illuminated, beautiful, white, bright light. Take a breath in, feel that light fill up every inch of your body. And exhale, just let it go. Another big breath in. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart center. Bring your head to your heart, your third eye to your heart. I want you to thank yourself. Just remember to give yourself love throughout your whole day, no matter how you are feeling. You might have good days, you might have bad days, but just know that everything always passes. So if it's good, make the most of that good moment. And if it's bad, remember it's going to end very, very soon. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. From my heart to your heart, namaste. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that instilled a little bit of peace and positivity into your day. And I hope you have a beautiful day.